cowboy dreams. You give me cowboy dreams. Love's a silver bullet that blows your world apart. I wanna be remembered as an outlaw.
Okay. Baker City.
Yeah, I'm heading back. I started in Montana and was working my way back.
Yeah, so you drove there and back, right? You didn't...
I flew to Billings.
Really? You had your
No,
truck?
I had my truck.
Yeah.
It's a different trip.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so on the way back from Billings, I'm stopping in all these places, and Baker City in Oregon was like the last major stop.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to this antique store owner that you and I have become...
Super reliable.
Yeah, he's always
there.
open.
Yeah.
No matter what time of year it seems.
Yeah.
And I was just telling him that I need a bunch of wood, like an old fence or something. He goes, I was just talking to so-and-so, and he has an old fence he's tearing down.
So weird.
I know, right? And he goes, let me give him a call. I go, that'd be super cool. So he calls this guy. I drive across town, which is what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And it's this old house and this old street, and there's all this wood leaning up against the wall. And it was this old fence, and it was cut flat on the back but rounded on the front.
That was the genius part of that fence. It
I know.
wasn't just like a wall treatment, like a reclaimed wood.
Yeah.
It was like,
It was super, super cool and different. You know,
Yeah.
how much for all that? And he told me the price, and it was totally reasonable. I think he just wanted to get rid of it.
Wasn't it like $75 or something?
No, I think it was like 300.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So worth it though.
Totally worth it. You
Yeah.
could never find wood like this
No.
in Seattle
Yeah.
for an affordable price. So anyway, I loaded it up, and you'll see the picture of it in the truck, and it was like overflowing.
Yeah.
I was...
Was it so heavy?
It was so heavy. The whole back of the truck was weighed down. I'm
Oh my
like, if
God.
I hit a corner too fast, this is all going to go flying. But I strapped it all in.
Yeah.
And then brought it back. And then in the pictures, you'll see where I had my contractor attach it to the wall like a fence and mount it to the wall. It's super, super.
So many
super
people.
serendipitous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky. So many people when they came in, they were like, oh my gosh, I want this for my I want my room to be all like this. I want this to be my headboard.
Right.
They loved it.
Yeah. And the coolest part about it is it came from the town or the area where our fathers grew up,
Yeah.
which we've talked about in other videos.
Yeah.
Baker City. And
It must have been like weathered.
yeah, it was probably at least 50 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah, yeah.
At
Yeah.
least. Because you just don't cut wood like that anymore.
Okay, now tell us about the rug.
Okay, so in Boise, so before Baker City, I was in Boise, and I go into this antique mall that we always go to.
The big one?
The big one that
Yeah,
we...
which you've seen if you've
in the-
watched our Boise video.
Correct.
Linked below.
Yes, and I am walking by this booth that looks like they're either moving in or moving out. And there's this big rag wool,
Braided
like
rag
the braided,
rug.
yeah, think like Pilgrim /
Country
Pioneer,
home.
yeah.
Which was your vision. Didn't you want that? Did
Yeah,
you have that
I
in your
totally
mind?
wanted that.
Yeah.
Remember there was one in Billings, but it was like $1,000
Yeah.
for the rug.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna get them to give that to me for a better price
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But anyway, they wouldn't. So I kept holding out. So I arrive in Boise, I see this booth, there's this giant rug rolled up in multicolors. And I'm like, oh geez, what's that gonna be?
Yeah.
$1,200, $800.
Yeah.
And I go up to the desk because no one was in the space, and I go, is that braided rug for sale? And they go, yeah, actually she's moving out. She's been here for a while, but she's decided to move on. She's just liquidating everything. And I go, well,
Sweet.
I'm like, how much is the rug? And she goes, let's find out. So they found the vendor, and she goes, oh, I'll let that go for like $25. And I go,
No, it was 15.
no.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
And I
sorry.
go, okay, I'll take it. And she goes, now I have a small one too for like about a 4x3 oval. And she goes, but I'll throw it, you can have that one too for 15. And so it was what, $40 for the two.
Yeah.
And you'll see it in the picture. Huge.
Covered, perfect size.
Yeah, all
multicolored.
Hand
knotted.
knotted. This wasn't a machine
No.
or anything.
It was sensational.
Yeah, it was like a work of art.
Yeah.
I was like, this trip just totally paid off.
So I remember
Major.
we were doing the install and we went to the little market, just like a little bodega around the corner, and I got like chips and sodas and Red Bulls, and I'm like, this costs more than our rug. Our snacks, just everything was in comparison to the $25 rug.
It was the
it's
probably
score of
the
the
best
century.
deal we've ever found.
Yeah, score of the century.
So I believe that the first thing that influenced this concept was that photograph.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we had a client, she's a jewelry artist and friend, and she had spent a lot of time in Santa Fe. And I just love Santa Fe. So I was looking through her photos and I saw one and I said, hey, would you mind if I took that image and I enlarged it for an image in the store? And so it was this huge sunset, which you'll see in the pictures, right, of a landscape and sky in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
But it looked very Kansas.
Yeah, we didn't really associate it with Santa Fe.
No.
We were thinking like this was out in the middle, Wichita.
Yeah, because there's like a little church at the bottom. It's hard to see.
Is
There's
there a
like a little
windmill or
cross,
something,
maybe
something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very subtle, but it looked like prairie.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, Midwest, and then we like all the textures that go with that. We weren't thinking like necessarily, well, I guess we were thinking barns, and we were thinking wheat, and we were thinking burlap, and we were thinking all of those sort of
natural,
farm,
rugged.
Things. And so one thing we decided was to paint the walls the color maize.
Yeah.
And as you'll see in the pictures, we changed our mind because it made the whole store look
It was
yellow.
bright yellow.
It was awful.
It looked more like lemon
It
than
was
maize.
horrible.
Yeah.
So on one wall picture, it shows the maize color, and then it was very last minute. It was the day before we
Really?
opened. I'm like, this won't work. Painters come back, repaint.
I remember being in Santa Barbara when you were doing it, and you sent me a picture, and I was
she's
like,
like,
no. And I don't know if you liked it or you were like, really? And I'm like, that's so yellow. Because we were like thinking sunset colors.
I would have fought you if I thought really hard. I think you just confirmed my own doubts.
Yeah.
Bless you.
So what I want to know is, when did the modern part come in? Because that's
What part of it is modern?
yeah. And because it was really important that it wasn't like like everything was granny and farmhouse, that it had that white, the modern furniture, that yellow chair.
You know what it was? It wasn't that there was nothing in the store that was really modern except for the white shelving and the cash register.
But what about that yellow chair?
Oh, yeah.
There was a modern, clean.
I think the modern was just clean.
Okay.
Right?
White.
We didn't put up a picket fence, and we didn't put an actual windmill in there.
Yeah.
We didn't have a giant wagon wheel leaning against the wall.
Because my desk and the shelf and the case lines were not high modern.
But they
The
were just
shelves
clean
were
lined,
clean
yeah.
and white.
Right.
Yeah.
You give me cowboy dreams.
The other thing that needs to be talked about is this is when we carried Barbour.
Yes.
So they're going to see a lot of clothes.
We forayed into clothing because we went to a trade show and we saw the Barbour rep, and we went in
wanting bags and boots.
Yes, we wanted to carry that cartridge bag because
Yeah.
we thought it'd be really cool, but then we realized the opening was so small because it was only designed for
cartridges.
ammo.
Yeah, not wallets.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, that led to jackets.
Because all the jackets were sitting there and we're like,
They're
let's
so
just buy
good.
them. Yeah.
Right. But keep in mind, we didn't buy the regular traditional Upper East Side quilted jacket or the English hunting jacket. We bought the Barbour International Racing
Yeah.
line, Steve McQueen stuff,
Yeah.
all the super modern, hip, cool stuff.
Yeah.
You give me cowboy dreams.
Oh, so
Interior.
India. There's a lot of, there's India.
What we did is we went to India about that time, and we came back with all this Indian, like textiles and things. And it was really fun to infuse Indian patterns and vibe into a modern Midwest.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah, there's a couple photos. There's a lot of photos of the window presentation. And then there's some photos of like a vignette where they're wearing some of my India clothes and like tons of colorful jewelry.
And yet they have a Barbour bag next to them.
Boots.
And boots. Yeah, it was really a fun fusion.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
Cool.
that's about it. Right?
If you have any questions, let us know.
Cowboy dreams, cowboy dreams. You give me cowboy dreams. Love's a silver bullet that blows your world apart. I wanna be remembered as an outlaw, the boy who stole your heart. I wanna be the guy who wears the white hat, then rides across the plain. I'm gonna be an enigmatic stranger. Honey, you are looking at your shame. Cowboy dreams, cowboy dreams. You give me cowboy dreams. Cowboy dreams. You give me cowboy dreams. If ever you're in trouble, if ever you are down, I'm gonna be the hanging judge and sheriff, gonna ride your troubles out of town. You're looking at a mountain, you're looking at the law, you're looking at a six-gun legend, fastest on the draw.